Religious Heritage and Culture Trip with the Franco-American Centre Franco-American from July 23rd to the 27th, 2016. So I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this little video that we're creating for you to see exactly what is coming up for travel opportunities with the Franco-American Center. My name is Joanne Bélanger, and you can email me at any time, jbelanger@facnh.com. We're going to be leaving on Saturday, July 23rd at 7 in the morning from Manchester. We're going to be on a deluxe motor coach. There is a bathroom on board and an opportunity to watch a DVD while we're on the way. And if we need, we can make a few stops on the way in Laconia and Littleton to pick up people. We are going to be stopping for lunch after we cross the border into Canada. We are going to arrive in Trois-Rivières, and we're staying at the Hotel Delta downtown. The first 2 nights of the tour, we're going to be at the downtown Delta, and these are some examples of what the rooms are going to look like. And then that night, we're going to Our Lady of the Cape Shrine. You can stroll the gardens and stroll the surrounding areas, and then we're going to have Mass in the Basilica. After Mass, we're going to have dinner in Cap-le-Madeleine. And then after dinner, you can stroll downtown Trois-Rivières, or you can buy a ticket to Cirque du Soleil. Their current show is called Hommage à Charleroi, and it starts on July 13th, and it runs until August 13th, so plenty of time for you to see the show. You can also just go shopping, or return to the hotel and relax. The next morning, we're going to have breakfast at the hotel, and then we're going into Montreal, and our first stop will be St. Joseph's Oratory. We are not going to be walking up all the stairs. The bus will drop us off at the top, so that way we can easily stroll right in. This picture is the votive chapel, so if you so choose, you may go ahead and light a candle and make your devotions. After we're done at St. Joseph's, we're going to Mount Royal, and we're going to do some sightseeing. When we leave Mount Royal, we're going to the Jean Talon Market. Now, some fun things about the Jean Talon Market. It was originally called Marché du Nord, and it was founded in 1933 in what was called Little Italy. It is one of the largest open markets in North America, and they offer a little bit of everything, and this is where we're going to be having lunch. So pick a kiosk that looks fabulous and try some of their foods. Just remember, if you want to bring any of the produce back to the US, you have to be very careful because this is not always allowed. After we're done lunch in the Jean Talon Market, we're going to Old Montreal. This is Planche à Cartier, that's the Hôtel de Ville right up top, and we're going to be doing a little walking tour through here. And then we're going to Notre Dame, and we're going to see the new chapel and the old chapel and have a tour through there. And then we're going to have supper at the Chat Noir Bistro. And that T is there on purpose. That is how they spell it. After that, we're going to take a little stroll and then return to our hotel. On Monday the 25th, we're heading up to Quebec City. And we're staying again at the Delta downtown, but the Delta downtown Quebec City. You'll notice in one of the pictures there are 2 beds, and that's because if you so choose, you may have 4 people in your room or 3 people in your room, and that is to accommodate your children. We're having lunch at the restaurant that's called Ciel Bistro Bar, and it is the revolving restaurant that is on the Grande Allée in Quebec City. Then we're going to have a walking tour of Quebec City. This is the Holy Door at Notre Dame de Quebec, and it has been opened again for this year. We're going to have a tour of the Plains of Abraham, and for the history buffs, this is where the Battle of Montcalm and Wolfe took place over who gets New France, and this is when the British won and Canada became British. We're going to see the Jeanne d'Arc Garden and the Martello Tower, and then down to the Old City to see Notre Dame des Victoires. Notre Dame des Victoires is in Le Petit Champlain. This street right here is the oldest cobbled street in North America. If you are tired of walking up and down so many stairs between the old city and the upper city and the lower city, you can take the funiculaire up to the top. It is a very small fee to do so, and the view on the way up is pretty nice. That night, we're going to have dinner in the old city, and you can choose from over 50 restaurants to enjoy your evening meal in Quebec City. There's all kinds of food, from Canadian to Italian, French to American, many others. Quebec City has something for everyone. So just pick where you want to eat and pick your friends and go. The next day, we're going to Ile de Lion. Lunch is served at the Auberge Chaumeneau, and this inn is on the same ancestral plot that was given to the Labbe family over 400 years ago. If your family name is Labbe, L-A-B-B-E, accent aigu, then you are a descendant of these people, because there was only one that came to Quebec. This inn sits on their ancestral land, and there has been a Labbe living there for at least the last 400 years. While we're on Ile de Lion, we're also going to visit a vineyard, and then we're going to tour some of the different farms and try some of the produce. We're also going to the chocolaterie, and they make Belgian-style chocolates there, which are amazing. And then upstairs from the chocolaterie is an ice cream parlor where you can enjoy ice cream when you're done buying your chocolates. Also, the first cheese factory in the New World was established on Ile de Lion, and we are going there for a visit. From Ile de Lion, we're going to be heading up the Beaupré coast, and along the way, we're going to stop at the Gilles Copper Museum. Gilles was, or is, an artist that deals mainly in copper. His whole family is carrying on the tradition, and he has created the Stations of the Cross, all in copper, and we will be able to go in and tour those rooms that have these Stations of the Cross. And then the main showroom has more things to explore, but also some items to purchase if you so choose. Then we're going up to Saint-Anne-de-Beaupré, because when we arrive, it will be the feast day of Saint-Anne-de-Beaupré. We're going to celebrate Mass, and we can be there celebrating Mass in either English or French. After Mass, we're going to the Montmorency Falls, and you can see here in this picture there is a very high suspension bridge that goes right across the falls. And you can walk right across, enjoy the view from up there, and just be very thankful that you're not walking up the stairs. And then our last evening in Quebec City, whatever restaurant you didn't choose the night before, you can go to that one tonight instead. Again, there are so many different places to choose from. It's just amazing. Bon appétit. And then the next morning, after breakfast, we have time for some last-minute souvenir shopping and sightseeing. And of course, we see here the famous poutine from Quebec. You have to have some before you leave. It's kind of a rite of passage. Now, what's included on this tour, we have the motor coach, 2 nights at the Delta Downtown Trois-Rivières, 2 nights at the Delta Downtown Quebec City, breakfast every day, 2 suppers, 2 lunches. Our tour guide is Neil Schumacher, and he will stay with us for the duration of the trip. So we're picking him up in Trois-Rivières, and then he will be leaving when we leave Quebec City. And then the pricing is based on double occupancy, $970 per person for Franco-American Center members, and $990 per person for non-Franco-American Center members. There's a supplemental fee of $500 per person for single rooms. And if you want to have 3 or 4 people per room, let me know, and I will give you the rates for triple and quad occupancy. We do require a deposit of $350 per person by 5 p.m. on February 26th. And if we do not have a 30-person minimum, then all of your deposits will be returned. Some of the frequently asked questions: do we need a passport? The answer is yes. We are traveling internationally. You do need a passport. It can be a passport book or a passport card. New Hampshire does not have the enhanced driver's license, so you cannot go into Canada with just a driver's license or a birth certificate. How much spending money do I need? It depends entirely on your taste. You are responsible for paying for 2 lunches and 2 suppers, And if you want any alcohol and souvenirs, that is also additional. So plan on $50 to $100 per day. What is the exchange rate? Right now, it's very favorable, and you can sometimes get a better rate though by using your credit card. What's not included? What's not included are tips for your tour guide, the bus driver, and the tour coordinated. All the other tips are included. So plan on $10 per person per day. For packing, we're going to be doing a considerable amount of walking, so pack comfortable shoes. A lot of streets that we walk on are cobblestone or brick, and because of this, high heels are not recommended. Additionally, the tour of the parks are not high heel friendly either. For clothing, check the weather report and pack accordingly. And ladies, please pack a scarf or a shawl for your bare shoulders when going into a church. Everyone remember to bring an umbrella in case of rain. And finally, a watch. Can your children stay in the room with you? Of course. There is a discount rate available for triple and quad occupancy. And just email me, Joanne, at jbelanger@facnh.com. Are there any accommodations for my food allergies? Again, yes. Once we have confirmed your reservation, again, just email me and let me know what your allergies and sensitivities are. Do we have to go to all the masses scheduled? No, there are plenty of things to see and do near the churches. Just be mindful of the time to meet us afterwards. Will my cell phone work in Quebec? Most cell phones do work in Quebec, but you must remember that roaming charges usually apply as we get near the border. So even though you might still be in Vermont, you will probably have a roaming charge. But check with your personal cell phone carrier for your details, because every plan is going to be different. Is there travel insurance available? Travel insurance is not included with this trip, so check with your own insurance carrier to find out if you can purchase some travel insurance. And also check on your health insurance coverage for out-of-country coverage. And will we get our deposits refunded if we do not go? If we do not meet our minimum participants by February 26th, then all deposits collected will be refunded.